This white-bearded man, whose body was covered in steel nails, hadn't eaten for over 100 years. But when he heard that the captain was still alive, he kicked open the 100-ton iron gate with a single kick. The guards nearby were terrified, staring at the steel nails all over his body. The man actually pulled out the steel nails forcefully with his bare hands. The commotion caught the female knight's attention. Seeing the man suddenly rush out, she immediately drew her sword and charged at him. But after a flurry of sword swings, not only was the man unharmed, but all the wounds on his body healed completely. Watching the female knight's confused expression, the man pointed to the scar on his neck, indicating that this was the real scar. 10 years ago, the man didn't understand why the captain used a broken sword. He stepped forward to pull out the broken sword, only to be stopped by the captain, who said, "Don't make her angry." The man had an immortal body. Seeing the captain get angry for the first time, he became even more interested. A flash of white light later, a scar suddenly appeared on the man's neck. Then the man grabbed the female knight by the neck and stripped off her armor. By the time the soldiers arrived, the female knight had been stripped of her clothes and armor, leaving all the paladins blushing. As the man left, he encountered a male knight, the very one who had imprisoned him 5 years earlier. The male knight drove a steel nail straight into the man's chest, but the man smiled and returned the favor by driving a steel nail into the male knight in the same way. Soon after, the man reunited with the captain, who had come to the prison. As soon as they met, they greeted each other in an extremely unusual way. In the original scene, they merely exchanged a simple greeting, yet half of the prison was already destroyed. They then started arm wrestling, and their immense strength caused the entire prison to collapse, eventually shattering the barrier outside the prison. The knights outside the prison, witnessing their terrifying power, all fled the scene. The next day, everyone planned to head to the city of the dead to find information about this man. Upon arriving at the village, the man discovered an unconscious girl. He picked her up to check on her condition, but the little girl's older brother, mistaking him for a villain, stabbed a steel fork into his chest. The girl hurried forward to explain the situation, while the man stood up calmly. Just as the brother was wondering how to apologize, the man's body suddenly jolted, a spear pierced through him, then spun rapidly, drilling a large hole in his body. But the immortal man's wound quickly healed. This boy was the one they were looking for, but his appearance had changed so much that the man didn't recognize him. The boy then accused the man of his crimes. The reason the man had an immortal body was that he had killed the saintess and stolen the fountain of life she guarded.